is there one aspect of your game that we could see improve next year? I know great players in the past did that, like Larry Bird and Magic Johnson would bring one new aspect to their game. Is there one aspect that we can expect to see out of you next year that we haven't seen thus far?
Yeah, just shooting. I'm going to work on my shot a lot and get to the point where, I'm a lot more comfortable, and adding that to my game and just trying to expand my range.
All right, congratulations, Blake Griffin. He's the T-Mobile Rookie of the Year.
Thank you very much.
He's just 25 years old, but already he's making some career NBA history. Dwight Howard has won 3 straight Kia Defensive Player of the Year awards. Dwight, first of all, congratulations. And I'm looking at your numbers, 1.4 steals per game. That blows away your previous career high. Is it possible you're actually getting better at defense?
I think so. I'm a lot smarter now, understand the game a little bit more. And my teammates have been great this year with helping me, understand, how to get steals and stuff like that. And a lot of the things on defense is just about heart and will.
One thing, in looking ahead to this ceremony in Springfield, you've been associated with a lot of great players, with a lot of great coaches. Right. Have you given any thought to who will present you into the Hall of Fame? That's a big decision.
Yeah, I got one guy, but I'm not going to say it right now.
You're keeping it private?
But like I say, well, I'm going to keep it private. I'm going to keep it private, and a lot of things I'm going to do at the Hall of Fame is going to be very, very interesting, and it's going to be very, very exciting because no one's in the history of the Hall of Fame, any Hall of Fame, that's going to ever see what Dennis Rodman's going to do. And it's going to be exciting. It's going to be different. It's going to be very, very, very cool. Very cool, and it's going to represent the Hall of Fame in the best way. And I think that the people that's going to be lining down the streets is going to be very, very, it's going to be like, wow. And you guys are going to be saying, this has never happened before in the history of any Hall of Fame. And it should be cool for everybody. It should be cool, brother. Like I said, I don't disappoint anybody. And the one thing, we're going to cherish this the rest of our lives, man.
Well, Dennis, you've got us all excited now. I can't wait now for this induction. Before we let you go.
It's going to be cool.
Yeah, I'm sure it is. Last thing I want to know, for someone who never saw you as a basketball player, so many other people have tried to define you, tell us, who were you as a basketball player so everybody will know? Who was Dennis Rodman?
Well, a lot of people used to call me a cartoon when I was playing because I changed my hair, and all the kids would come to the game. They have changed their hair. They have green, red hair, blue hair, yellow hair, stuff like that. I really don't. I couldn't describe Dennis Rodman. I think that when I first came in the league, I was a very nerdy black kid from the ghetto. Then moved to the country, became a country boy. Very inexperienced mentally wise, with the women wise, just in life in general. Then once I left Detroit, things started to really turn around for me. I became this very macho, very strong individual, a very freelance type of guy. And then when I left San Antonio, I went to Chicago, and things just took off from there. I don't know how it happened. It just happened. I just, I didn't really read books or anything as far as like trying to be a fashion statement or an icon or something like that. It just happened. And defining Dennis Rodman, I think you have to do a lot of character build up to get to that. And I think once I get to the Hall of Fame, I can actually describe that and probably answer that.
All right, Dennis, so it is real. I want you to know it is real. Congratulations, you are a Hall of Famer, the 3rd member of that Chicago Bulls Big Three, Michael Jordan, Scottie Pippen, and yourself going into the Hall of Fame. So congratulations, bud.
But you know what? Let me add this to you. You know what's amazing about this?
What's that?
If you can look this up, how many teams in the history of sports, has had 3 guys from the same team in 3 years in a row?
Yeah, I think
that's a three-peat, right?
That's another three-peat for you, guy. That's a 3rd three-peat for the Bulls. That? So congratulations for that too, man.
Brother, I'm just saying, look it up.
Look it up. Okay, we'll do that, Dennis.
Look it up. All right, brother.
Congratulations, man.
Cool, baby.
Just moments ago, Chris Mullin was announced as a member of the 2011 Naismith Memorial Basketball Hall of Fame class. He looks very relaxed right now. He joins us here on NBA TV. Chris, first things first, where were you when you got the call, and what was that moment like?
Actually, I was sleeping in Northern California, and John DeLeva gave me a call, and my wife woke me up, spoke to John. It was obviously a great conversation, and believe it or not, I went back to sleep, but I slept so soundly with a big smile on my face.
How can you sleep after being named a member of the Hall of Fame?
That's what my wife said, but you know what? It was the calmest sleep I've had in months, and like I said, I slept with a big smile on my face, and it's just a wonderful feeling and overwhelming, actually, and humbling to be included in this class, and grateful to a lot of people, a lot of my coaches and teammates that I relied on throughout my career, and come August, get to thank all of them, and I look forward to that.
What's it like when things are down? I know you became an expert Monopoly player during your injury, but when things aren't going the way you want them to go, what's it like to be able to call on somebody like Coach K for support? Because I know I can't do that if I have a bad show, so it must be wonderful for you.
Yeah, well, it's an unbelievable resource, to say the least.
And welcome back to D-League Central, everybody. My name's Beau Estes, and we now ask the question, who's next? We're talking ridiculous upside of some of these D-League prospects with a writer from ridiculousupside.com. It's Scott Schroeder. Scott, welcome to the show, bud. Here at our NBA TV studios in Atlanta, we had a chance a few years ago, some of us that lived here, to go see this guy. He was part of the last draft class that went from high school to the pros. Of course, I'm talking about Lou Williams. He was a show here in town. Michael Vick went to his games. The rap star Jermaine Dupri was at his games, but he had a bit of an adjustment period going to the NBA that first year, but now he is getting it done for the Philadelphia 76ers.
Lewis Williams drains a three. Williams again. Man, he is in attack mode tonight.
Lou Williams up and in.
Williams turns the corner, the fake, and the field goal, and the foul.
Lou Williams gets it right back.
Oh, man, he's picked up where he left off in the first half.
Drilling the three, Lou Williams. Now Williams, the jumper. How do you like that?
Williams will take it up and in.
Williams for two.
That's a special play right there.
Lou Williams right to the rim.
Two to shoot. It's got to be Lou Williams. Got it off and in. Williams for the lead. Yes!
You know what? The video you saw there is absolutely perfect for Lou Williams. On the Philadelphia 76ers squad, he is a scorer off the bench. In fact, he averages more points per minute by far than any other 76er. Doug Collins loving Lou Williams with Philadelphia. You see his scoring averages there. It's down a little bit from last year. He was starting last year. He's getting less minutes this year, but he's getting it done for Doug Collins as a scorer.